Hey guys, Jonah here, back with the beer review, and welcome to Italy. Obviously, it's another beer box Italian style, and we are right in the middle, bang in the middle. So Rome is down here, Florence is up here, but we're in the middle, and we're in the middle of the whole of the country. And the brewery's a weird one. It's Mastri Birrai Umbri. So yeah, Umbria is actually a place in Italy, but yeah, not sure. We will find out, dear viewer. We will find out. And the beer that you already know is called Monkey Summertime. And there's a monkey doing all sorts of weird things like snorkeling with the beer. Don't know if that will work out. I like his old school kind of get up, his swimming costume. Well, there we go. He's got a beer on the back, right? So that's cool. It says a refreshing splash for carefree moments. Obviously, this is imported from the Beer 52. Puglia. Okay, so it wasn't exactly where I thought it was. What have we got? We've got malt, we've got some wheat, no oats in here, because it's a summery kind of ale, whatever that may mean in Italy, summer ale. I believe the hops in here are Cascade, Citra, and Simcoe, but Cascade grown in Italy, so that's quite interesting. Even if the other ones weren't, maybe the Citra was. It doesn't say it was, but why would it? You know, I think the only reason they're saying it about Cascade is there was a problem a few years, like a fair few years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, where some bright spark grew Cascade in South America because they thought, hey, it's going to be cheaper, but it ended up tasting totally different to the normal kind of Washington State kind of one area, Mount Hood, wherever. So they had to say it was South American, and a lot of homebrewers went nah. So a lot of those hops kind of went by the wayside. I tell you what, though, they were very, very cheap to buy, which is good. If you're using it just for bittering, then what does it matter? What does it matter? All right, there's monkey magic, monkey magic, monkey magic, monkey magic. Ooh, there we go. Oh, yeah, man. I'm getting a real old school kind of flavour. How strong was this bad boy? I didn't tell you, did I? I think it's 4 and a bit. 4.5. There we go. It says down there at the bottom. There's a QR code for your tool, if that focuses. There we go, 4.5. And then pause the video and do your magic with your phone. But yeah, I'm getting that old school Citra Cascade mix. Simcoe's more a kind of juicy thing on the mouth. It gives kind of orangey, citrusy things on the nose, but not as much. So it's probably going to come through more in the mouth than on the nose. I've got some info. I'm going to hold this up that I can see on my screen because I'm looking at the Beer 52, and you can concentrate on Monkey Magic. It says this beer is our modern take on a summer ale. Pale ale and wheat malts create a hazy yellow colour and a rich white foam. Yes, they do. The aroma is giving tropical fruit notes, lime zesty, hoppy fruitiness. The taste is round with light bitterness. Cool. I will drink to that. It started off about a finger's head, and we're kind of on half a finger, but that is a fluffy white head. There is, if it will focus, some bubbles still coming up. Not as much as, say, a nucleated glass would create, but not bad nonetheless. And as you can see, I've shaved the barnet a little bit, got some more sun on the dome. You know how we rock and roll. Cheers and beers, guys. Okay, interesting. This is not a very hoppy beer. They're calling it a summer ale. I would probably just call it a pale ale. A bit like the other one that I had the other day, very watered down. That one wasn't an Italian one, but just saying, maybe summertime people are watering their beers down a bit more. That one was 6%. This is 4.5%, so perhaps less. Again, we've got a nice malty kind of profile, so there's not enough hops present here to give over to the malt profile. So if we were looking at the swingometer, as they do in elections, it would be swung slightly towards the malty side as opposed to the hoppy side. Ooh, wow, it is carbonated as well. What carbonation? What hops is present are generic kind of citra, yeah, a bit of kind of tropicalness, bit of grassiness. The Cascade, I mean, there's a little bit of peach in there, and the Simcoe's giving a little bit of that citrus orange, but mixed together, it's kind of generic hop, really. Especially with citra. Said it before, I'll say it again. The most grown hop in the whole world, so it's in a lot of our beers. And it's not doing that much here. There's nothing bad about having one that's more malty, but so many beers lately in pale ale style are so hoppy that when you get a milder one, and it's more balanced to the malts and a little bit of residual sweetness there, which is nice. Yeah, it's surprising, and I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. In fact, I was at a beer festival last week, and I was doing some beer judging, and I was doing the pale ales category, which I guess this is going to fall within, so kind of under IPA, so under 5.5. Although there was one that was a tiny bit stronger, and all of them were really hop forward. There were none like this. So I guess that says that people who do tasting, like me, tasting panels and beer judging, will kind of give a higher score in the pale ales and the IPA category for a more hop forward beer than a malt forward beer. Interesting, because I quite like this beer. It's really inoffensive. It's mellow, but it's not slapping you around the face with a wet hop. It's not saying, here are the hops, which most beers these days do. And I guess that's our palates. I guess that's us as consumers, what we buy, and hence that's what the brewers brew and then try to sell back to us. It's not very bitter either. This is a really nice, mellow, what the Americans would probably call a lawnmower beer, although their lawnmower beers are about 3%, and they drink all day long and just chug them back. In the UK, we have slightly stronger ones, sort of 4, 4.5, 5. We're not going to cane loads of them, but they're still light, they're still fresh, which is cool. And it is. We are near midsummer. Don't know if I'm going to do anything beer wise. I haven't really thought about it. I did have a solstice beer from Vocation a few years ago. Look it up if you're not subscribed to the channel. Why not subscribe and give me a thumbs up and all that kind of jazz? But yeah, this year, don't know. I'm going to do just a normal normal beer. Might even go down the shop and try and find a strong one. Ooh, wow, there's the carbonation again. That is very nice. This is the kind of beer that back in the day, I would tell people that this type of beer would convert a lager drinker to drinking ales, especially pale ales in this case. So there we go. That is Monkey Summer Ale, and it's Mastri Birrai Umbri is the brewery name. Let me know down below in the comments if you've had this beer before. What did you think? And I tell you what, I've only had a few of these Italian beers now, but they are all very much in the kind of pale lagery type style, which is very different from what's going on in the UK, where, like I said, we're going for quite hoppy beers, kind of copying the Americans in a weird way, where it's all kind of hop focused, which is sad because I quite like the bitters and the darker beer styles. And the pale ales used to be a bit darker too. And things like golden ale in the summertime, fantastic beers. But yeah, we're going for hop monsters again, and especially hazy IPAs and all those kind of variants which are tasty, but there's far too many that taste the same. Anyway, this has been your loving Uncle Jonah, drinking beers, being in the sunshine, so you guys don't have to. And I'll come back with another beer review, and that's going to come up real damn soon.